Time for another day at the office. Another day working up on the top floor. At least the elevator ride's pretty fun. Boy, do I hate this job. What's up guys, WhoGnu here. Welcome to another Minecraft Bedrock tutorial. Today I am really excited because as far as I know I'm the first person to find this glitch, or I'm at least I think the first person to post anything about it on YouTube. So I'm very excited to share that with you guys. The video is just going to be mostly me talking about the glitch, everything I have figured out about it so far, and then also teaching you how to build this super efficient elevator that you can implement into your own Bedrock worlds. Let's get into it. So these are the materials that you're going to need in order to implement this glitch into your own world. You're going to need 3 slime blocks and then 3 boats. And then I've got some building blocks here, but they're not really necessary. All you need is the 3 slime blocks and the 3 boats. So I found this glitch while building the obstacle course the other day. So I really don't know how it works. I've experimented with a bit, but I don't have it completely down to a science yet. But I am going to share with you guys what I've learned so far. So you want to have your 3 slime blocks in a row like this, preferably with 1 block of space in between them. You might be able to get it to work with larger amounts of space in between them, but not when they're touching. Then you're going to want this line of slime blocks to be at an angle. So if you look over here, it's at a very sharp angle, but the slime blocks move up each time. So for here, the minimum you can do is mine down like that, and then on this side I'm going to place a dirt block. So now you can see it's got a bit of a slope to it. Then all you need to do is, once you've got your slime blocks in this kind of staircase formation, you're going to put a boat on each of the slime blocks. And then each of these boats are now triggered for the glitch. So you have successfully built the glitch. Now when you enter one of these boats, it should launch you super high up into the air. So you can see here, super high. And then all 3 of these should be loaded with the glitch. Now, as long as the boat lands back onto its loaded slime block, it will continue to launch you into the air. If it falls off of the slime block, like onto the dirt, like let's steer this one off. If it lands on the dirt like this and then you enter, it will not launch. But if you move it off of the slime block, like it gets knocked off or whatever, and then you move it back onto its slime block, it will launch itself again as if it hadn't been knocked off or whatever. So I'm just going to back this guy up. Beep, beep, beep. And once it's on that slime block, it will launch again when I enter it. However, it will not necessarily launch as high as before. You'll find that the boats are kind of finicky. Every once in a while they'll just decide to stop launching as high as their maximum height or whatever. Which, by the way, I found the maximum height to be somewhere around like 35 blocks. But if that happens, what you want to do, like if the boats, as you can see, it's kind of random. But if you find that the boats aren't jumping the height that you'd like them to, what you can do is you can just come through and mine all 3 of them. And then when you place them back onto the slime blocks, it'll kind of re-trigger the glitch. So there you go. So that's about all I know about the glitch so far. If you guys find out anything else, please let me know in the comments. And we'll just figure this out and make something really cool out of it. So this is the elevator that I showcased at the beginning of the video. It's one of the uses of the glitch that I was able to find. So what I did for it was I found the height of the first slime block jump and then put the next boat right next to it. That way, as you reach the top, like the peak of this one's jump, you can get right into the next one and get launched up again and then into the next one, launched up again, and then you can, you know, cover like 90 blocks of height super duper quickly. The way I have you dismount at each of the levels is, say you're trying to reach floor 1, or I guess floor 2. If you're trying to reach floor 2, what you do is you enter the boat, and then you just jump into this boat here, which isn't on a slime block, it's just merely an unloading station, kind of at the top. If I was trying to go up just one level again, I just go up here, and I hop into this boat. And then if you're on this level, and you want to go up, you know, you can just keep doing that. And then finally, if you want to go back down, I don't know, you could put like a water pool or something. That's what I have set up here for now. And just kind of jump down. You could obviously make a much larger water pool than this, but that's the elevator that I was able to design. Obviously, this moves in very large jumps, so this wouldn't really work for a building that you've got like floors every 4 blocks or whatever. But say like you've got a base at the top of a mountain or something, like this could get you up there really quick. It's even faster than the air bubble elevator that I showcased in a prior video. So I hope you guys are able to implement this well. The other thing that I added on top of the dismount boats is, as you can see, adjacent to the slime block over one space, there is a column on either side. This stops the boat from moving around too much, so if I were to go up here and kind of, you know, move forward, these columns prevent it from kind of falling off of that slime block. So no matter how it moves around in here, it'll still be on the slime block. The only thing you have to watch out for is if it comes up and hits the bottom of one of these boats, it will stop its jump there. But these columns are just to keep the boats on their slime block. I'm just going to move this back a little bit because it's now hitting that boat. Yeah, so it really doesn't ever need maintenance unless you find that it's not jumping all the way. Anyway, I'm just going to show you guys super quickly how to build it. Like I said, it's super self-explanatory, but I'm going to show you anyway. So these are the materials that you're going to need to build my super boat elevator. You're going to need 3 slime blocks. This time you're going to need 6 of the boats. I use water for when you're trying to get back down. And then a building block of your choice, and I recommend glass, but I mean, you could encase this whole thing in whatever you'd like, make it look however you want. So I'm going to start by building the base of the elevator. That's just going to be a 5x9 area. And then I'm going to fill that in with my building block. I'm going to make this inner area hollow. That way I can fill it with water. I'm also going to make the base of this the smooth stone as well, just so it looks a bit nicer. Now these are going to be the bases of the pillars for the various boat launchers. Then like I said, I'm just going to fill this in with water. And that is kind of the bottom of the elevators you can see over here. So to build this first pillar, I'm just going to go up 2 blocks and then place a slime block on top of that. And then I'm going to build up, say, about just some random distance, because we will test it to make sure we get it tuned in pretty nice. But I'm just going to build these up to kind of random heights just so I can get the first one operating. Go place a slime block on these 2, and then we can go ahead and place our boats on top of those. This boat is now triggered so I can test how high it launches me. So it does not quite launch me all the way up to the top. I'm going to drop it down about 6 blocks and see how that does. So that's about perfect for me jumping into the next boat. And then it looks like this one needs to go up a bit, so I'm just going to do that. Oh, and that is just about perfect again. Alright, so these are all tuned in. When I hop into the bottom one, it takes me right up to the second, and then the second takes me right up to the third. If you don't have those close enough, then you'll find yourself trying to grab the boat while in free fall, whereas it's much easier if you're kind of near the top when you're getting off. I could even make that one a bit higher, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. Like I said, you guys can adjust this until it is as good as you want it to be. So now I'm going to add in those frames to keep the boats from sliding off. So I'm just going to go to either side of the first column and then build it up maybe 3 blocks above the height of the second slime block. And then I'm going to do that in the front as well. And then down here I'm going to break the first 3 of these because the boat can't slide off there and it gives easier access to the boat. For the second column, I'm going to build up to the height of the 3rd pillar and then go about 3 blocks above again. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Now for the third one, since we don't have another pillar to judge the height of this jump, I'm going to just kind of build up pretty high and then compare that to the jump of the boat. Looks like it could go a bit higher. We'll see if that's good in a second. I'm going to build up all of the sides around this last pillar up to that height. See if that's about right. Go just a bit higher still. That looked about perfect. So now I'm going to build something to keep this boat in on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the glass across here, break that, and I'm just going to start it maybe 2 blocks above the height of these ones and take it up to match the height of these next glass columns. Go do that again. Now, as long as the first boat does not hit this glass pillar on its way up, and the second one does not hit this one, then we're all good, and the boats are basically caged in. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some smooth stone, and just to make this look nice, box this in like this. I just think that adds a nice kind of industrial cleanness to the build, rather than having all these big floating glass pillars. Just kind of ties everything together. Like I said though, this is just decoration. You guys can make your elevator look however you would like. So now for the dismounting boats, you can put these on whichever side you would like. I'm just going to do it on the right side again. I'm going to break down the glass to the height of the slime block. Build out a small platform here. This will tie into whatever level you want. If you don't want levels, you can just leave it how it was and just ride it all the way to the top. But if you want the various levels, you can build the platform here and then put your boat on the edge like this. I recommend having it face this direction, that way it's not overhanging the edge at all. So now the elevator is complete and you can test it to make sure it works well. Looks like I went a bit high there. I could recalibrate that later, but that still worked just fine. Oh, definitely went a bit high there. I think I hit my head on the glass pillars. So I definitely could get a bit more height out of this by stretching the distances between this boat and this boat a bit more. But it still gets the job done, just makes it a bit more risky when you're switching from boat to boat. This worked really well, so I'd say that this elevator is complete. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial and are able to find something really fun to do with the boat glitch. I've been WhoGnu, and I will see you guys in the next video.